It's your boy Tay Nix, here from Chicago, and I'm on Industry's Most Wanted.
Girl, won't you just come with me on a trip to the island breeze so we can do it all night long? Girl, won't you just come with me?
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Big Industry's Most Wanted, not the little one. I heard we got Chicago in the building. Shout out to Tay Nix. What's going on with you? How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. Thank you for being here.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Sure.
We've done this before, but this is our first time doing it in person.
Yeah.
Long overdue. We've been knowing each other for a minute. It's a pleasure to see you.
Yeah,
Thank you for being
here.
Absolutely, man. Go ahead and kind of give us a rundown who Tay Nix is.
Tay Nix, I'm just R&B artist. Want to come up and just trying to make a name for myself. I'm from the Chicago area, so just hoping to do big things. You know, that's the plan.
Absolutely, you are doing big things. Let's manifest that you are doing big things.
Sure.
Definitely. Let's take it back. I always like to go back just ever so slightly. It's important people understand the full journey of where you got to. Yeah, right now.
For sure.
Growing up in your city, where exactly are you from? I know you're in the Chicago area. What city are you from, to be exact?
So I'm from Zion, Illinois.
Yeah.
It's like north of Chicago, so probably like an hour 10 from there.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a little suburb area, and it's pretty chill, pretty cool, and I love it. You stay to yourself, and you know, you kind of rock with your own vibes.
Understood. Is that where you grew up at?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's born and raised.
Yeah,
definitely. Were you into anything before music?
Sports.
What sports did you play?
High school, I did football, basketball, track, and I did a little boxing on the side.
That is fire.
Yeah.
All around athlete.
Yeah.
Which one did you enjoy the most?
Football is my love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first start. You know, started that at 6 years old. And then following after that, my other sports came. So
absolutely, my son was the same thing. He played almost every sport, but football was it for him too. And he enjoyed running track too because he was fast.
Yeah.
Definitely. You never had a desire to pursue sports after high school?
Oh, for sure I did. I mean, in college, I actually did football and track.
Wow.
And I actually was planning on, you know, going to the NFL as well, too. I actually had an NFL combine in 2020.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it was just in the middle of COVID, so it was pretty hard to kind of just, you know, have tryouts and go to different camps and everything like that as well, too. So it was pretty hard in that time, and I kind of got into coaching.
Yeah.
And once I started coaching, then my love kind of changed,
shifted.
My passion. Yeah, you know, so that's what I do now.
That's dope, man, because you can still be involved in something you love, but on a different aspect, you're actually helping people.
Absolutely.
I really am a big believer that God will come in sometimes or oftentimes and intervene.
Sure.
And that's what it sounds like he did for you. He had a different calling for you. He's like, okay, you're a great football player, but you work with people good.
Yeah.
You can teach people how to play the sport. So he came and intervened and said, okay, let's take this route. You know what I'm saying? And we can't question that. And now you love what you do.
Absolutely.
What age group do you coach?
I'm at the high school level, so varsity.
You look like you in high school yourself. Do they be really listening to you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love that.
You know, it's one of those things. My kids, they came to some of my semi-pro football games.
Yeah.
And you know, for them to be able to see me perform and see the intensity that I bring, they understand when they get to practice, this is what Coach Nixon is doing. So.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like, and this is totally off the wall, nothing to do with music, but it's just a question I want to pose for you. When it comes to someone being a coach, whether it's basketball, football, whatever, do you feel like that coach had to have played the sport in order to be a great coach, or do you feel like they can really learn the game and coach it without ever being on that field playing?
I think it's a different perspective, if anything, you know. Me being a player and then transitioning to a coach, it gives you different perspectives.
Understood.
As a person, when you don't really have that experience as a player, it's kind of hard to really understand perspectives. But in a sense of it, I don't necessarily say you have to be a player in order to coach, because some people are just better coaches than versus being an athlete. So I guess it all depends on how you look at it and the situation and how much you love the sport.
Love it. Great answer, because that's what I feel like. Even though I'm not into sports like that, I just always felt like somebody can still be a phenomenal coach and not have played the sport.
For sure.
They understand the game. Mm-hmm. Definitely. That is dope. So you started playing in college. Mm-hmm. COVID came, you transitioned into coaching. So you've been coaching ever since?
Yes.
That's dope, man. How many days a week?
We just started camp. So right now it's just Monday through Thursday, but it's usually Monday through Friday. Game days is Fridays.
That's dope. Is that what you're outside of music? Is that pretty much what you're doing full time as coaching?
The kids take up all my time.
I would imagine so.
And even before all that, I'm a paraprofessional during the day. So I work with special education kids.
I love that.
Yeah.
See, that is your calling, is to help people.
Yeah.
Y'all heard what I said. God intervened for a reason, because your calling and your purpose on this earth is to help other people. Because you have a great, I don't want to say it without trying to make you sound soft, but you just have, I could tell that you just really have like that presence about you where you can, kind of tone yourself down to the level of who you're working with and be compassionate. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. You can be very compassionate.
Yeah.
That's your calling, man. I love it.
Yeah.
You're living your purpose.
That's the plan. My biggest goal is to be able to change lives for the better on a day-to-day basis if I can. And so, what I'm doing on a regular is what I love to do. It's nothing. I don't have those days where I wake up and I'm like, man, I got to go to work. It's one of those things like, yes, I get to go to work, I'm always a motivated individual, and I always want to pick people up as well, too. It's kind of like, it's just my thing. Yeah. It's what makes me click. It's what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis. And I just love what I do. And I love, seeing the rewards from, seeing people progress and create new ceilings for themselves.
That is dope, man. We need more people like you on this earth. I'm serious, because there's a lot of selfish people out here, a lot of self-righteous people. You know what I'm saying? We need more selfless people like yourself who truly want to see other people do better and win and excel at what they want to do.
For sure.
In the midst of all of that, where did music come into play?
My family. My family. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be an R&B artist. I'm going to be honest with you. I've only been doing this for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
And, if it wasn't for my cousin Lash, if it wasn't for my god brother, Mr. Bear Bridges, if it wasn't for my god sister, Tiffany Hendricks, and my mom, being there for me, helping me out with the process and storing that confidence in me, I would not be here. So big shout outs to them. And they are my team. They keep me going. They help me out when I have days when I struggle, writing songs and stuff. They come out and they help me out, and they keep me pushing for sure.
When did you really discover you had a voice, though? You got a great crew of people around you, your peers, your family that are pushing you. But when did you really discover that you could actually sing?
To be honest, I really didn't have confidence in my vocals for many years. I actually sung in my school choir as a freshman, and that was not planned at all. That was a bet between me and my friend. And, long story short, the teacher, she put me on her schedule. It was mandatory. She told me that, she's put me in her class and there's nothing I can do about it. And it kind of just went from there. But, honestly, after that, I didn't sing after that because I was so focused on my sports. So I really didn't start singing again and didn't have to take another class until I got into college. And my teacher kind of tricked me into performing in front of people. And that's when I was like, okay, I can actually sing. But even after that, I really didn't pursue it because I was still in, my sports mode. And not till 2021 is when I really kind of dove into it. And that's big shout out to, my family and my people that supported me and pushed me.
Yeah, definitely shout out to them. And I'm glad that they did, because you are a phenomenal singer. You have a great voice.
Thank you.
And I feel like you have one of those natural kind of voices where it doesn't need a lot of extra, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Some people, they feel like they can sing, but without auto-tune, they can't carry a tune.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have a great voice. You have a gift.
Thank you.
Through music, what is your purpose?
To just be able to have people relate.
Yeah.
I feel like with R&B, it's hard nowadays because I feel like in a sense it's not being publicized enough like how it used to be back in the day, and honestly the 90s music is probably some of the best music.
I agree.
And so for me, I go back to that. I go back to those artists to kind of see what made them great. And they kind of inspire me, even some of the modern new people that come out right now, more so, writers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's where it kind of goes from there, and just being able to show people that they can express themselves, through their music and through their artistry.
Absolutely. It's absolutely hands down a form of therapy. Writing the music, singing the music, listening to music, it's all a form of therapy.
For sure.
Because we all go through stuff in life, right? You said 90s was a great era. I couldn't agree more. I'm a super OG. I graduated in the 90s. But that was my era of falling in love with R&B music. Just quick. We used to go to the clubs, and at the end of the night, they would close out with playing R&B music. I don't think they do that no more.
For sure.
Who were a couple of the 90s? There was a lot of groups in the 90s.
Yeah.
Who were a couple of groups or solo artists that you were really, digging during that time?
Genuine.
Yeah.
Tyrese. I love Michael Jackson.
Me too. He's the greatest.
MJ.
Can you moonwalk?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we got to catch that on film, Jay Fresh.
Usher. Even some modern day. I like Eric Bellinger, Chris Brown. Those type of realm of people that I really like to listen to. Even Zay France. He's a new guy that I really like listening to him, especially as well too. So John Legend, those type of people, Temptations and, groups of that nature. So, yeah, definitely.
I got to ask you about a couple. What about H-Town?
I listen to some songs of those.
Jodeci, Blackstreet.
Yeah.
So, listen, I'm reminiscing right now.
Yeah. Mary J. Blige,
Oh, man, can't forget about Mary J.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah, India Irie,
Sade.
Flowetry,
Yes.
you know what I mean? So, shout out to my mom Dukes on that one. She kind of played those, those artists as well too. So, it's easy for me to go back and listen to Brandy as well too, you know what I mean? So, shout out to Mom Dukes on that one.
Definitely. Did you ever do like cover songs, or has it always been original music for you?
I've never really done cover songs.
Yeah. You should.
I've wanted to.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to. I've wanted to. It's just now my schedule is just so tight.
Understood.
I even just told my relative, Lolo Lash, that I need to start doing, just small snippets and posting it and stuff like that as well too. But it's just simply like, it's so easy for me to forget. I get home and I'm like, man, I'm tired, so I can just chill now, So when it comes down to music, it really takes time.
Yes.
And it's for me to be creative. So I got to be creative not only with how I, present everything, but also how I want things to go. And I'm like a perfectionist, so everything got to look the part and sound the part as well too. And that take some time.
Absolute perception is everything. 100%. The way people perceive you is based upon how you put yourself out to the world.
Sure.
Your image, your sound. Are you well groomed? Are you got all your teeth?
For sure. Yeah.
It's just little things like that, and I can understand why you want to be a perfectionist, because once the world sees it, they see it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like that being an R&B artist is a little bit tougher to get yourself out there than, like, we'll say rappers?
I would say so.
Yeah. Tell us why you think that, because I agree with you.
One, you just don't see it often.
Yeah.
I mean, even when you go to like clubs and parties and stuff like that, you don't really hear a lot of R&B music.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Not unless it's R&B night.
Yeah.
Not unless it's karaoke. If it's not one of those two things, then you're not going to really hear it that much. And I feel like, anybody got to record, but you don't really see a lot of people just out in public just singing, getting recorded, singing on the street. You see a lot of people freestyling. You see a lot of people just, it's just been put out more.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big difference with it.
I agree, because you're absolutely right. Unless there's a specified R&B night, you're hearing rap music most of the night. Or depending on the club, might be pop music, house music, or whatever. Like I said, back in the 90s, we'd go to the club, we'd look forward to the end of the night, because they would have 2-3 slow jams.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, who we gonna dance with? You know what I'm saying? They don't do that no more.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more. What do you feel like is some of the top things that you can do as an R&B artist to get yourself out there? Stuff like this, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put yourself out there, do performances, because you never know who's going to be there.
Yeah.
I've performed at places, and I've had just different people come up to me like, man, I've been looking for an R&B artist, and you have a really good voice, and we should try to link up and try to do you got a manager, that type of thing. And I've had those questions asked for me, and I'm just one of those people. I'm like, man, I just want people to listen to me. So I don't really like dive deep into stuff like that, because again, I'm still new to everything, and I really don't know. Yes, I do want to network and stuff like that, but I don't know people's backgrounds, and I don't know what their point of views are. I don't know what's on their agenda or where they come from or their accolades or anything like that, and I'm kind of big on that. I kind of be patient with everything and kind of just move at my own speed. And if I blow up, I blow up. Hopefully, that'll be great. If not, I'm just going to continue to make my music and, kind of just live my life through that.
Absolutely. And y'all don't come for me when I say this, but in my personal opinion, I feel like R&B artists have more longevity than a rapper does when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? Because think about some of these great R&B singers and gospel singers and soul singers. They'd be 65 still doing it. You know what I'm saying? As a rapper, you might... I'm not saying you got to ever stop, but I just feel like, because they're going to come for me, I just feel like as an R&B singer, you do have more longevity in this music industry. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't come for us.
I feel like in the rap game, you got like, 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know how that even really happens, honestly, but you got people that's, okay, this person is known for this song and that song and this album and that album, versus you got like people that still listen to Marvin Gaye.
100%.
And I think it go based on generation as well too. With the people that's a little bit older, they still listen to the old school songs. Yeah. And like even for me, when I listen to stuff like that, I'm like, okay, they still bumping this stuff. This stuff is still going. They streams are still going. That type of thing. Versus like rap artists and stuff like that, you don't really hear those songs not unless it's so big to where every generation loves it.
Right.
So, and that's what I've noticed. Like, there's songs from like the 2000s that you don't hear at all anymore. Facts. Now, unless somebody just put it on their playlist and they just continue to listen to it because that's still one of their favorite songs. Right. You don't really listen to those songs in clubs or, in parties and stuff like that. It's most of the time the modern day stuff. 100%. So, for whatever reason, that kind of happens, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I kind of just roll with it. So.
Absolutely. Does getting your music into film interest you? Like they call it sync licensing, where you could be a theme song for a series, a commercial, a movie. Does that interest you?
I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah. I'm kind of just overall open to whatever works and whatever helps me.
You should look into that. There's a lot of sync licensing sites out there. I know one of the biggest ones that I hear about a lot is taxi.com, but there's other ones as well, because they have music supervisors that are on there shuffling through the music to find the perfect song for a specific, maybe a Netflix film, or maybe it's a commercial, or maybe it's a video game. For sure. You know what I'm saying? That's that residual income. If you get inside of a big mainstream movie or a Netflix series, that's money. So think about doing something like that. I think that would suit you well.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
100%, definitely. Let's walk through your creative process. Obviously you're a writer, but what does your writing sessions look like? Are you putting pen to paper? Are you typing it on your phone, laptop? How does that come together?
Honestly, my first few songs that I came out with, I was like on my way to sleep. So I'm like laying in bed in the dark and I'm listening to instrumental, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, lyrics just come out of nowhere. But I try to make my songs relatable. Yeah. So a lot of my songs is based on experiences that I've been through, seen, or, going through that moment in time, or just how overall generally feeling. Or sometimes it might just come back from an old memory. Yes. So it kind of just go in that form of fashion. And it's more so like a mood thing. Like if I'm in a mood to make a song, then I'm gonna make it. But it all depends. It goes based on my schedule as well too.
Right. When you have a busy schedule like yourself, you have to carve in some time here and there to be able to be in your creative mode. For sure. Do you ever get out of that though, where you're like not in a creative mode and you don't want to record or write for a little minute? Do you go through times and? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I be having my family and my godbrother, Brett Bridges, Tiffany, Lodge, I have them, help me out, because I go into a point where I want to write something, but I don't know where to start. Yeah. But I also want to write something that I've been through. So I think that's what makes it harder. And so they kind of like push me. They kind of put me on the path with different ideas. Or if I'm already writing a song and I'm going into like another verse or whatever, and I'm like, all right, how can I follow up with that? And then, you know, my god brother Brett, he'll be like, okay, so what's your storyline? What you trying to prove to people? What you trying to show to people and stuff like that? Versus like you got my other cousin Laj, she's one of those people that it just kind of just happened.
Right.
It's natural for her. She hear the tempo, she hear the beat, and she kind of just, oh, you should probably put that in there, or you should include that, or you should say this instead of saying this, you know, that type of thing to make things flow. So if it wasn't from my team, man, I don't know where I would be. But, you know, my creative system, you know, a lot of my songs that I do by myself, it's like I got to be in mode to do it, you know, so it takes time.
Absolutely, most definitely. Do you record yourself or do you go to a studio?
I go to a studio. Right now, I haven't been to a studio in a long time.
Yeah.
But I need to definitely get back into it. I still have a lot of songs that's in my phone that's not even out yet. And my relatives and some of my people, they always ask me, man, when you gonna drop this song? When you gonna drop that song? And they just been patiently waiting. So I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you for sure.
Coming soon. Have you thought about maybe putting a small setup at your house where you could record there?
I thought about it, but then I don't want to put so much of the money into it and then not really utilize it.
Understood.
So, you know, it's a push or pull type of thing with that as well too. And you got to pretty much learn how to do everything.
Yeah, it is a lot. You know, opening up Pro Tools or whatever you're using could be intimidating if you've never done it before. Yeah. Understood. Definitely. Sure. So I'm going to leave that to someone else. Who's engineering your music? Who's doing the mixing and mastering?
So I was going with JDR Studios, and I was going with my boy Av as well too. So those are the two that I've been working with lately. So yeah, we gonna see what's up.
They've done a good job of perfecting your sound, and that's important, especially as a singer. Yeah. And I'm sure Jay Fresh can attest to this, you know, because he's worked on the gospel side and the secular side. Yeah. Doing vocals from a singer versus like a trap rapper is way more tedious and time consuming to get all those levels and the vocals and everything right.
Absolutely.
That's important, definitely.
Yeah, you know, and I'm one of those people, I'm very loyal.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, when I was with JDR, I was with him for over a year and a half. Yeah. But then, you know, he was working, I think, with Polo G and some other artists as well too. So he'd be traveling and stuff like that. Yeah. And then that's when I got introduced to Av, and I was working with Av for a long time. And you know, they both took their time and perfected me. They both always, you know, kind of helped me with everything and kind of found my sound. And once they found my sound, it was easy. Absolutely. It was real easy. And other people would be like, man, you should try this engineer, that engineer. And I get the versatility. You want to try new people and stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just more so like a faithful or loyal thing where I'm like, I don't want to go to a different one. And
get it.
You know what I mean? But it's also, you know, you run into other people that develop new sounds for you as well too. So it's a push and pull with that as well.
I get it, because that's how I am with him when it comes to like filming my stuff. Like, I don't want anybody else filming my live performances, because he and I have a system that works
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Probably the same thing with your engineer. Your engineer understands what you're going for, what sound you're going for. It's like, okay, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it type situation. So I absolutely get it. Being an artist, being an R&B singer, what makes you happy about that?
Honestly, I still shock myself that I still do it. that I am doing it, honestly. Because, again, all my life, I've never thought about singing. It's never been about singing. Yeah. So this is still new, and everything is just, it's in disbelief sometimes. Yeah. You know, even when I listen to my songs, I'm like, that's really me singing, you know? And I kind of just sit there, because I don't listen to my music like that. Yeah. The most I listen to it is in the studio. Right. And once I put it out, it's out. You know, the kids that I work with, they play my songs out. And I'm like,
that's a beautiful blessing, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Even my mom, she does it as well too. Aww. But I be like, man, y'all gonna make me hate my own song.
Because you're hearing it so much.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, it's just, it all depends on the situation, for sure.
Definitely. Has Tay Nix developed like a signature ad-lib that you find yourself using a lot in your music?
That's a great question. I think my favorite run Well, I love falsetto.
Okay.
But I think one of my favorite runs, I think it's kind of old school though. I don't know where I got it from, but it's just the, that type of thing.
Absolutely.
So I guess it all depends on the song.
Definitely. So that's something we probably hear in quite a few of your songs.
Showtime, you'll hear it in for sure.
Definitely. Let's talk about the songs that you do have out, because we want people to understand you have a nice catalog of music.
Yeah.
When did you first start releasing music on the digital platforms?
My first release, Showtime, 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
How many songs do you have out right now?
I just have 3.
Just 3.
Yeah.
That's good though. I think as an R&B artist, there's not as much pressure to release music as often as it is for a rapper. Rappers, every month they got to be putting new music out because they have a lot of competition.
Yeah.
As an R&B singer, you can kind of ride it out and ride those songs. So the songs you do have out there, what's the name of all of them?
Showtime, Island Breeze, and More Than Friends.
Definitely. Which one do you feel personally has gotten the most attention, people are loving on the most?
That's a tough question. I would probably say, I think I have the most streams on More Than Friends somehow, but I believe Showtime is my most popular.
Got you.
Island Breeze is just now, maybe because that was a later song.
Right.
I think I put that out a year later or 2 years later or something like that, after I put the first 2 out. So I think that's the differentiating.
Understood.
Yeah.
What is it about Showtime that you think people really resonate with?
It's in that modern, it's in that old school feel.
Yeah.
You know, that Tyrese, that genuine type of feel, and it's like it's a description of an experience.
Yeah.
And everybody can relate to that, you know. And it's a passion that's put into that song as well too.
Definitely.
You know, and it's about being intimate with that person that you're close to and that you have that chemistry with and that trust.
Absolutely. And that's a feeling that either everybody has experienced or wants to experience. I think that's what makes it relatable, because on both sides people can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Or resonate with the music, most definitely. How many songs you have recorded that you could potentially put out right now? Do you have some sitting in the vault?
Yeah,
a whole gang of them.
Yeah, for sure. I probably have like 10, 15, something like that.
Do you feel like you got 3 songs out there? They've been circulating, you said, since 2021.
Yeah.
So 3 years, going on 4 next year. Do you think that at some point in time you'll look at maybe putting like a little EP together, 5 songs, something like that? Does that interest you at all?
Yeah, I've definitely thought about it. Even my relatives and my family and my team, they even thought about, you know, me putting out something like that. Or they're, you know, Lolo La, she always say, cause you can put out a whole album if you really wanted to. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but now I gotta make a whole nother album's worth of music.
Right.
So yeah, I've definitely thought about it.
Could drop an EP, you know, because that's easy. You could literally put 4 or 5 songs on there, call it an EP, come up with a dope name, put it out there. What about music videos? What do you got for us?
I actually had 2 of them on YouTube, but I ended up taking them down.
Why's that?
Just simply because of my career. You know, I try to separate my music life from, you know, what I do on a day-to-day basis.
I respect it.
And I just don't want that to interfere with what I already have going on, and something that I have a lot of passion for and love for. I don't want to mess up my career in any way, shape, or form, especially when it involves kids and stuff like that as well too. And I don't want to have no bad image or anything like that. And that's something that I really truly care about, and I don't want to put anything at risk.
I agree, and I respect that. Again, that goes back to because you care about people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about creating, like, separating it? You know, maybe have a YouTube. Do you have videos from football and stuff like that? That maybe create a second YouTube, because I think that you project a good image. You're not out here with guns, and you're probably not smoking weed in your videos. None of that stuff. You know, not there's anything wrong with it, but I understand with the profession that you're in, working with kids.
For sure.
You know, maybe have a whole separate YouTube just for your music videos. You know what I'm saying? Because even if they do stumble across it, there's nothing weird on there. They're going to be like, oh, this guy is a disgrace. Nothing like that. So
for sure,
people need to see them visuals.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I still have those videos in my phone. Yeah. So I have like small, like More Than Friends. That's a pretty good video. Like I could have been okay with leaving that out there. It's just one of those things. Like, your self-conscious, it gets to you, you
Yeah.
know. And for me, I have a strong one, so it's just one of those things. Like, if I put this out, I don't want to get in trouble in any way, shape, or form where I'm losing my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Losing my
get
career.
it.
So there's stuff like that I definitely think about, and I sit down and go over with. So
Are you an overthinker?
it depends on the situation. It depends on
Because
the
I
situation.
sure am.
More so towards women, honestly. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Why do you think that is? Because they're hard to figure out?
Well, my family, I have a lot of women in my family.
Yeah.
So I hear the stories, we have the talks, and I'm very respectful.
Yes.
And so, you know, I think about people being comfortable around me, not just women, but just people in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just more so a respect thing. And, you know, I understand the stigma that guys get in general.
Yeah.
And, you know, I try my best to not be in different categories of certain things. So
I'm with you 100%. I try in life, and the older I get, the more I live by being like kind of neutral per se. Like, I don't go online trolling, leaving weird comments, because I know what type of backlash that can create.
For sure.
Same thing in life. Like, if two people are beefing, I try not to get in the middle. I try to stay neutral, just because that can put stress on you.
For sure.
Anxiety when you're trying to, you know, take sides. I ain't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? Both y'all my homies. Let's work this out type situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm with you on that 100%. What else are you working on right now outside of music? You know, and you got your career, you know, as a coach, which is phenomenal. Are there anything else that you're interested in pursuing?
honestly, I just been making media content for my kiddos, you know,
Yeah.
that I coach, you know, making videos for them and different graphic designs for them as well too, from when they
Okay.
accomplish certain things, but nothing too crazy.
Got you. Your plate is pretty full.
Yeah.
What does work-life balance look like for you?
It's tough. It's more work than anything, you know. Average day for me is easily 13, 14 hours. So
Oh, well, you're young, so you can tolerate it. Telling you, get my age, boy, you be tired all the time.
yeah.
No, that is really, really dope. Outside of music, again, if you do have a little free time, me time, what do you enjoy doing?
Bowling.
Okay.
Bowling, playing pool.
Yeah.
Just hanging with family. I'm a big family person.
Yeah. Do you have kids yet?
I don't. It's just me.
Yeah. Understood.
Just me. You know, I kind of took a back seat to the whole relationships and stuff like that.
Understood.
You know, because I feel like I'm a true believer in you got to get yourself together before you bring anybody else in your life. You
I
know?
agree.
And I just took it upon myself to be serious in that form of fashion. And I'm just one of those people that once I'm set in stone on something, it's really hard to get me off of it. Because I just feel like in this generation, you know, people make rash decisions
Yes.
or, you know, decisions that really don't make sense.
Yeah.
And now they're in hard situations with kids and stuff like that and relationships. And, you know, with my work balance, you know, it's tough, you know, when you with somebody that work all the time,
Right.
you know, and I feel like I just don't want to be selfish in any way, form, or fashion. I don't want nobody to suffer from, you know, just generally not having that enough time with getting to know me and seeing me on a regular basis.
Absolutely, because that can create more friction than good, because women tend to be nurturing and want attention and they want time, and
For sure.
men be busy sometimes and they don't have that to give, and women make it so, oh, you don't want to be around me. No, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. I think for you, you're being very selfless by not putting yourself in that situation
Yeah.
and taking time to, you know, focus on you right now. I
sure.
couldn't agree with that. Absolutely. Definitely. Anything else that you have coming up in the works that people need to be in tune for?
Yes, I am going to Street Whips in Hampton, Georgia tomorrow to perform. So be on the lookout for that.
That's dope, man. Rick Ross car show's going on today.
Yeah, I heard. Some people was asking me about that today. They was like, you going to Rick Ross concert? And I'm like, no, I didn't even know nothing about it.
So the thing he does every year, but it's like, from my understanding, it's difficult to get in there because it'd be so packed.
Yeah, and I heard it's pretty expensive to get in.
It
there
is very
too.
expensive.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I you know, I got my show tomorrow, so I'm pretty stoked about that. It's probably the biggest crowd that I'm be performing in front of. Shout out to Rayshawn Love for that.
Yes.
You know, he got me into that. He's the host, and
Dope.
I'm excited for it for sure.
Where's that located at?
I think it's in Hampton, Georgia.
Oh, you said Hampton.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Where is Hampton at? Is that on the south side, Jay Fresh?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it's on the south side.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. What are you performing? Island Breeze?
Yeah, I'm performing that. So I think I'm gonna do one song, but he was saying something about possibly two. So we'll see.
Do you enjoy that, getting on the stage and performing in front of a crowd of people?
Yeah. I mean, when I was younger, I used to dance all the time. I used to try to steal the Michael Jackson, Usher.
Oh yeah, I got to get you to moonwalk. I ain't forgot.
So I mean, I can still dance now. It's just from working out, I got muscles, so it don't look right to me. So it's just
understood.
I'm not like slim and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. It just don't look the same.
Get it. So a lot of times when you see these guys really moving around, they be super slim. Like MJ was always super slim. I get it. But I think it's okay though. We're going to get you to moonwalk now. Don't get it twisted. That is really, really dope. What is like a gym or a life, lesson that you live by that you could share with the people?
Always be yourself. Nobody can take that away from you. Even when you getting to know somebody, the best thing you can possibly do is just be yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you put on a mask, eventually you got to take the mask off. And now that person got to make another decision on if they want to still deal with you or not. And so always do the things that you want to do. Trust your instincts. Trust your gut. You're never wrong. Whenever you have that feeling inside, for whatever reason, no matter if it's good or bad, always follow it and go after the things that you love and you have passion for. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to really care but you. And always look out for yourself. Start with you first. And always, love yourself. Have that confidence in yourself no matter what it is. Even if you don't really think you're going to be good at something, there's always a chance to get better at anything in life. So just keep on going.
I love that. Absolutely. You don't want to walk around this facade every day because it becomes tiring trying to be something you're not.
For sure.
Or be somebody you're not. Great piece of advice. Anything else that you want to share with the people before we give out your social media?
I just want to say thank you for this opportunity.
Of course. It's long overdue.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to just be able to travel and get out of my shell a little bit and just meet new people, be in a new environment, and just to, share my talent and my skills to, whoever's paying attention. So I'm just grateful and I'm thankful.
I commend you for that too, because you came out here by yourself. A lot of people would not do that. They would not jump on a plane and travel to a whole new city by themselves and have things lined up. Yeah. So I commend you for that. That's big right there. It speaks a lot about your character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I went out last night with Rashawn and it was so funny because I don't drink or smoke or anything. Yeah. So I'm just sitting at a table, just vibing out.
I'm the same way.
And he was like texting me while he hosting. He's like, "You good?" And I'm like, "I'm good, man." He's like, "Man, have a drink or something." I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing out. I'm one of those people like if I don't really know you, I kind of just stay in my lane. You know what I mean? If I'm in a unfamiliar environment, I just kind of just do what I'm supposed to be doing at that point in time, and I kind of just. Like I said, I just stay in my lane and kind of just do the things that makes me okay and comfortable. And I just don't do anything crazy.
I'm with you because you want to be alert. You want to be on point. You're in a whole new city. You're around a bunch of people you don't know. You don't know what may pop off.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not familiar with that area, that club, those people.
Yeah.
I'm with you. When I go out, it's the same thing. I don't drink. I quit drinking back in 2017. You know what I'm saying? And I don't go out and smoke either because I like to be in my right mind. Yeah. Because you just never know what situation may present itself to you.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely there on that one.
Yeah, 100%. And not to mention, there's nothing wrong every now and again, letting loose or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when you're in a new environment, you got to be on your P's and Q's, as they say. Yeah, definitely.
No, absolutely. And most of the time, I do a lot of stuff by myself anyway. Yeah. Just because I don't like being on other people's time. Like if I go somewhere, I want to be able to leave whenever I want to.
Bruh, and, me too.
It's and even with going out, I'm one of those people like I got a routine of going to bed at a certain time,
Me too.
and like my body, it be ready to go. Like when it's time to go to bed, it be like, all right, I'm gonna give you about 20 more minutes, and we about to get real tired real soon. I'm like, okay. So I'm a fan of naps too. So
Me too. I'm a napper. I'm a certified OG napper. I love it because sometimes it gives you that little boost you need.
Yeah,
you ain't got to nap for a long period of time.
20 minutes, that's it.
Yeah, and it re-energizes you. And I'm with you too. Like I now have a set bedtime. Midnight, I start shutting it down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because
for
I'm
sure.
like, why be up till 2 or 3 in the morning if I have nothing going on?
Right.
And losing valuable sleep because people underestimate how important sleep is for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Very
sounds like
important.
you really take care of yourself and your mental, your physical, everything is important to you.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I just want to keep on having this longevity and looking young.
Nah, facts. That's facts. And that's the other thing too. Not getting enough sleep will make you look tired. Big bags under your eyes, all that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Go ahead and tell everybody where they can follow you at.
Y'all can follow me at Tay Nix the artist on IG, Tay Nix on Facebook. Same thing on TikTok as well too. So
Tell them how to spell it just in case.
TAY space NIX for Facebook, and then Tay Nix the artist, THE artist, the use, and that's for IG and everything else as well too.
Definitely, most definitely. Who do you want to shout out to? I know you've given some love throughout the conversation. Anybody else?
Sure. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad, my stepdad. Shout out to Lash. Shout out to Kels. Shout out to Mr. Bay Bridges, Tiffany, Rayshawn. Shout out to you. Thank you for everything.
Of course.
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm very blessed, and I appreciate everything you did for me.
Absolutely, man. And shout out to yourself.
Thank you.
You're so dope.
Thank you.
Shout out to Tay Nix, everybody. I got one last question for you. We live. I'm going to drop it one more time. Big industry's most wanted, not the little one. Tell everybody what makes Tay Nix the industry's most wanted.
The love that I get from everybody else, that's the thing. Y'all keep me going, and just keep on getting that confidence from you guys, and and just loving the passion that I have, and just being in the music game, and just chasing my dreams.
I love it. Most definitely. We up out of here, y'all.
Thank you.
Girl, won't you just come with me on a trip to the island breeze so we can do it all night long? Girl, won't you just come with me on a trip to the island breeze so we can do it all night long? Hola, I'm Tay, how you doing? Nice to meet ya. Damn, baby, you's a pretty mamacita. See you chillin' with the fly senoritas. Let's go, we vibing. Trade numbers in your DMs, let me slide in. Get drinks, pop bottles as you riding. Just me, you, water, and this island. Let's go. It's your party, baby, turn this up. Sweet like candy, baby, fill my cup. Hot like fire, baby, pass the Dutch. On and on and on and on. Girl, won't you just come with me on a trip to the island breeze so we can do it all night long? Girl, won't you just come with me on a trip to the island breeze so we can do it all night long? Baby, I see you looking, I see you hot like fire, yeah, you cooking. Pretty smile, long hair, got me shookin'. These dudes in here, yeah, they wildin'. Woo, checked out bikini, yeah, you stylin'. Girls, me, you, water, and this island. And we sitting on the palm trees wildin'. Got a brother over here, yeah, I'm smiling. It's your party, baby, turn this up. Sweet like candy, baby, fill my cup. Hot like fire, baby, pass the Dutch. On and on and on and on. Girl, won't you just come with me